Good morning. We are broadcasting live this week from the third floor kitchen. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is safe, and we hope to see you soon. But with that being said, we're going to get into the take-in steak that we started to offer this week. It is a sous vide prime pre-stoned New York strip steak. And what sous vide is it's French for under vacuum. And I'd say in the early 70s, the French devised this cooking technique to cook foie gras. So it's low and slow. You have a circulator that keeps water a specific temperature to 1/10 of a degree, and it's vacuum sealed. That's what sous vide means in French. And you just set the specific temperature you want the water, and you drop the steak in, you cook it for 2 hours, and here you go. You can have a restaurant quality steak at home if you participate in the Take a Steak program here at the Maryland Club. And I'm going to show you how to rethermalize it, and how easy it really is. So here we go. So the first thing you do, you would use paper towel at your house. We have these awesome kitchen towels that are really neat. So you just want to pop it from the bag like so. And then you just want to pat it down to make sure it's dry. So now you have all the excess water out of the steak. And we're gonna season it with my spice blend right here. This is the steak blend that you got for Father's Day, and pretty much what we put on every steak currently at the Maryland Club. You can email me for the recipe because it's a secret. I'm just kidding. So we're gonna season the steak pretty liberally. And you always want to go high when seasoning a steak so it covers the whole steak. So now that is a beautifully seasoned New York strip. And if you look right here, I have a cast iron skillet. I've had it heating up for about a minute. You want it on high heat. So when you put the steak in, you want to hear that sizzle. So this is just canola oil, flavorless, high smoking point. We're gonna put that right in, and you could sort of tell when your pan's hot when the oil starts to shimmy like that. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but it's like glistening like a calm lake. And then you just wanna pop it in there just like so, and you hear the sizzle. You don't want it too hot, so it's sizzling. And did you see how I put the steak in away from me? In case some of the oil splashes on you, it would obviously be very hot. So you put stuff in away from you. So the oil, if it does splash, it goes to your backsplash. And people have a tendency to overthink things when searing a steak. You just want to let it sit there. I'd say about 2.5 to 3 minutes per side, and then we're going to put it in our oven, which has been preheated to 375. So we'll be back momentarily. All right, welcome back. So this has been about 2.5 minutes, maybe 3. You want to take a pair of tongs. You just want to gently flip the steak. And you see how beautiful that looks? How it's brown? That's called the Maillard reaction right there. So you're going to get all those crunchy bits from the steak seasoning, from the pan, the oil. And we'll do 2 minutes on the following side because you always want to sear. This will be our presentation side. So when you take it out of the cast iron skillet and put it on the sizzle platter to put in the oven, that'll be the presentation side, and I will show you how to sear it. So from here, we're just gonna, and then the other side is just as beautiful. I like that side better for the presentation side. So what we're gonna do now is we are gonna put it in a preheated oven for 3 minutes, that's it. And of course I have a timer right on the oven. I'm sure many of you do as well at home. right, so now this steak has rested for approximately 4 minutes. So this is the sous vide steak. So remember, you seared it 2.5 minutes on the first side. Your cast iron skillet was really warm, and you flipped it over. You seared it for 2 minutes on the other side, and then it went into a preheated 375-degree oven for between 2.5 and 3 minutes. You might want to check it after 2. But this step, letting the steak rest, is very important, especially with a sous vide steak. You want to let like all the juices and everything come together after you seared it in that high heat. And when you slice it, it will be perfectly medium rare. And at first, when you slice a sous vide steak, it might look a smidge overdone. It's not, it's very tender. You let it sit on your plate for like 45 seconds and it just comes to life. So, and there's some great fat, and if you see that right there, you see how beautiful that looks? And then we will just pop it on a plate. This right here is the garden butter, that garden herb butter that will be coming with your take a steak. And to me, I don't think it gets any better than that. You see how perfectly cooked that is with the butter? And you can do this at home. Like I said, 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes in the oven. Let's go 2 minutes in the oven instead of 2.5 to 3. 375, but make sure it's preheated. And look, I mean, the results speak for themselves, and it is very tender. So we just want to say, have a great weekend. Have a good night. Stay safe, be well, and we hope to see you at the club soon. So thanks for joining us for this portion of this video. We hope everybody participates in the Take a Steak program, because it's really cool. One last time. There you go. Peace.